Okay, hey guys, this is Day-7. Okay, we have completed yesterday the responsive web design. Okay, so every day we are just going to the browser and just typing this. So I think that we can install this. So go to this three dot button option and let's move on to, wait a second, go down for save and share and let install the freeCodeCamp, right? So installing will help us to move faster. Okay, so yeah, first of all I install it. Yeah, I got installed it. So let's close our window. Okay, so yeah, let's move on to that, the responsive web design as our mission. So okay, we have completed this learn basic CSS building effort yesterday. So now let's move on to the learn CSS colors by building a set of color demarkers. Okay, so let's learn more about CSS colors right now. Okay, so selecting the correct color for web page are greatly improve the aesthetic appeal to your readers. Yeah, in this course you will build a set of color demarker. You learn different way to set colors values and how to pair colors with each other. Okay, yeah, so there is total of 94 steps. So let's start the project. Okay, this is a preview of the okay. We are going to build a marker. As I mentioned, we are going to build the marker. You can see here. I think it's a bit of 3D marker like thing. So okay, first of all, let's expand this so that we can see the clear view of the preview. All right, wait a second. Okay, okay. So yeah, so step 1. So they are telling us to start with doc type, right? So let's start with doc type HTML, right? Okay, so after that they are telling us to add the HTML with the language English. Okay, let's add it. So wait a second, this is small ones, this could be nice. Okay, so what they're telling is add HTML with language equal to English, right? We have added. So let's close our HTML tag. Yeah, let's move on, check, control enter. No, it's not wrong. Doc type. Yeah, it's right. Oh yeah, it's not doc type, it's exclamatory doc type. Okay, so yeah, let's now move on. Okay, so what they are telling is next and header within the HTML element, just after it add the body. Okay, yeah, so they are just telling the add head element with, and next to it you should add the body element. Okay, so let's add it. So you can see now this is the clear structure of an HTML pattern. Okay, so remember title element gives the search engine extra information about the page. Okay, so we should add title. So title is something good for the search engines. Okay, so the title bar, in what they're telling, it also displays the content of the title element in the two more ways. So in the title bar when the page is open, so you can see the title bar not here in the web browsers like Chrome. So in the browser tab for a page, when you hover on it, even if the tab is not active, once you hover on the tab, the title text is displayed. So title is always displayed at the top of the left corner. Okay, when you see in the browsers. Okay, so it's more important. Okay, so let's add the title of our tag. So title is always nested inside the head tag, right? So yeah, so let's colored markers. Sorry, title. Let's close. Let's check. Yeah, it's right. Okay. Okay. To tell browsers how to encode character on the browser, the character set value. Okay. So it's a universal character set, includes almost every character from all human languages. So what they're telling is it's a character set means every word that is T is a word letter, right? So same like that, every languages, we have many languages, that is all human languages. You can see, let us nest with the meta tag, right? So meta tag with the character set value of, wait a second, character set value of UTF equal to 8, right? Sorry, mine is -8. So let's close it. Let's check whether it's right. Yeah, it's right. Let's move on. Step 5. Okay. So meta is, we know that the meta is a self-closing tag, right? So elements of the web page, each meta tag has information about the page that cannot be expressed by the other HTML. Okay. Yeah. So add another self-closing meta tag. Okay. As I mentioned, when you watch the sequence in continuous in the playlist, you can see this. I explained this earlier. So what is this is using this line is very important because it helps the browsers to display all our contents in a correct way, right? Okay, so yeah, the viewport content equal to width equal to device width. with as initial scale equal to 1.0. So let's close it. Okay, what they are telling is the viewpoint. Okay, so when the browser loads my page, every my HTML or CSS page, it should be the maximum width of the device width. So as you can see, the width is maximum width of device width with the initial scale of 1.0. Okay, yeah, let's move on. So it looks same on all devices. Okay, now you're ready to start adding content to the page. Okay, so yeah, let's move on to the styling part, right? So h1 tag with CSS color markers. Let's close our h1 tag. Okay, so yeah, it's right, you can see the h1 tag has been displayed here. So in this project you will work with style. Yeah, the style is here only. So you can see now we are working with the index HTML and here is a style.css, right? So okay, let's connect this HTML with this style with the link attribute, right? So let's connect it. So link with the relation equal to style shade. Okay, and the location of this is styles.css. Okay, so let's check it. Yeah, it's right. Let's move on. Right, so what they're telling is just style. We are right now in styles.css, as you can see. So let's style this h1. So h1 element and set its text align to center. So yeah, I can do that. Text align equal to center, right? Yeah, you can see now our h1 has become center, aligned to center. Okay, let's move on. Okay, now you add some elements that you eventually style into color markers. First, within the body element, add a div element and set this class attribute to container. Make sure the div element is below h1, right? So they are just tell us to add a div element with the class named container, right? So let's close this and close this div too. Right? Let's check. Okay, so within the div element, add another div. Oh yeah, sure. So within the div, let's add another div and give class equal to marker. So in the container, we are adding a div class equal to marker, right? So let's close this div. So yeah. It's time to add some color to the marker. Remember that one way to add color the element is using color keyword like black, cyan, yellow. Okay. So as a reminder, how to add target to class. Yeah, we know that to target class we need dot. Okay. So they are telling to target the class marker with the background. Set its background color. Background color to red, right? Yeah. You can see now the marker has been not visible there because you will not see any changes after adding the CSS. Wait, I don't know why, because it's not load, because they are telling. Let's move on. So the background color was applied, but since the marker div element has no content in it, yeah, I can see now the default size is not, because a div element is a container, right? So there is no element in this container, makes there is nothing in the web page. Okay, so let's force the div element to give the content like height equal to 25 pixel. Yeah, you can see now the color has been applied, and let's check the width equal to 200 pixel. Okay, yeah, you can see now it's right. Let's move on. Okay, your marker would look better if it's centered on the page, right? Yeah, so they are saying let's add the margin. So yeah, it's simple. So what is our task? If we should add this marker to center, right? So just we should write margin left equal to auto, right? So automatically this left margin should be applied. So likewise add margin right to auto. So the margin right also has been applied. So equally left and right has applied. So the element become in center. Let's check the code. Yeah, it's right. Wait, let's check the code. Sorry, it's course not. Your dot marker CSS rule should have a margin property set to auto. They are telling to to center the marker element, set margin property to auto. Oh yeah. So what they are telling is just give a margin property to auto. Yeah, this is the more shortened way they are asking to do. Yeah, it's also a good way. So this makes giving the margin to all four sides. Okay. Yeah. Now that we have got one marker centered with the color, it's time to add another container. Okay. Yeah. So in the container div, add two more div. In the container div, add two more div and give class marker. Right, I give right now. What they're telling, add two more div, right? So let's copy this same class. So just paste it, enter, paste it, right? So let's check it. Yeah, it's right. So you can see we have added 1, 2, 3. Okay, so right now there is no line or space between them, so it's looking like a single box, but there are 3 div elements. Okay, so separate div elements, they look like one big rectangle. Yeah, you should add some space between them, easier to each other. So when to shorten margin, 2 values, it's top and bottom to first in value. So yeah, okay, they are telling us to give the margin for the top and bottom for an element to 10 pixel. So yeah, let's give 10 pixel, and the left and right should be auto, right? Okay, yeah. So let's check our code. Yeah, it's right. Let's move on. So you can see that we have created 3 markers, right? Yeah. So to give the markers different colors, you will need to add a unique class to each one. Yeah. So yeah, we should add a unique color, right? Because the same color we should have, I think, red, blue, green, I think so, 3 types of marker. So yeah, so let's add a 3 color. Okay, so we can have, you can see we have added a class, right? So what is the special property or functionality of the classes? We can add not only one class name, okay, then this marker, we can add more than one, right? So let's see here. So what they're telling, add class 1. Okay, so you can see I have add, so now the div element, this div element has 2 class name, marker and 1. So both the styles property of marker and 1 are applied in this div element. Okay, so next remove the background color property to its value. Okay, let's remove it. So let's control enter. Yeah, it's right. So now this not in color is visible. So let's target this red element with the background color of red, right? So now the first element is visible. So let's check the code. Sorry, background color. Sorry. We have the wrong class name. Okay, so this is the correct class name. I've just misspelled. So yeah, dot 1 is red color. Okay, so let's have 2, 3 for this. Okay, so second div there is a 2. Okay, so for third div we can write 3, right? So yeah, let's move on. Check, it's right. Let's move. Let's style it right now. Okay, so green. So dot 2, right? So second div is in green color. So background color is green. Okay, so yeah, and same wise let's do for the third div. Okay, so dot three 3 with the background color blue. Okay, so blue. Yeah, that's right. So check, you can see red, green, blue. Okay, so 3 different types of marker has been displayed. So now there are 2 main colors models. Okay, they are additive RGB value. You can see RGB value and used for electronic devices, and subtractive CMYK cyan metagram model used in print. Okay, so this type of model is not used right now. Mostly we used it mostly in electronic devices like RGB, right? Red, green, every color in the world has the combination of RGB. Okay, yeah, so RGB is nothing but the combination of red, green, blue. Okay, in this project you will work with RGB model. Yeah, this means colors begin as black, change to different colors as the combination of both red, green, blue was discovered. Okay, so yeah, so let's see, by putting a dot container, targeting a class container and making this background color as RGB. So combination of red, green, blue to 0, 0, 0. You can see, so RGB means, so value of red is 0, value of green is 0, value of blue is 0. So it starts with, okay, it starts with black and ends with 250. The maximum value is 255. So you can see 255, 255, 2. You can see 55 means it turns to white, so it's not visible right now. So when you can see right now, you can see this is a combination of the R value as 255, green value as 255, and the blue value as 25. Okay, so yeah, when I put 2, it's become like, when I put, you can see, when I put this, you can see that there are different colors, right? You can see like red is color. Okay, so right now they are telling to put a black color, right? So 0, 0. Okay, let's check our code. Yeah, it's right. Let's move on. Okay, so they are mentioning they are explaining the RGB, right? So they are nothing but R stands for red. So what is the quantity or what is the value, combination of value that red is in the given color, right? So red, green, blue. Okay, so each red, green, blue value is their number starting from 0 to 25 to 55. Sorry. So the red will have the minimum value of 0, the green will have the minimum value of 0, the blue will have the minimum number of 0, and both 3 have maximum number of 255. Okay, so 0 means there is no color which means the no color means black, right? 250 means is combination of all colors, right? So 100% color means it's white, right? Okay, so they are telling us to give the instead of red, they are telling us to give in RGB value, right? So RGB. So in the red, we can write the maximum value of 255 and 00 in the other spaces. So it's a red color. It's a other value for red. When you write simply red, it shows red. But when you write in RGB value, we can write a precise color. Okay. So they are telling to change this other classes to the RGB value. Okay, I can do this. So let's cut this. So RGB. So it's a green color, right? So 0 for red, 255 for green, and 0 for blue. Okay, you can see now the green has been displayed. And let's create this blue. So RGB. So 0 comma 0 comma the blue value is 255, the maximum value, right? So you can see the blue has been displayed. So all these three colors has been displayed now. Okay, so this is the alternate way or effective way compared to this writing this full name like red. While the red and blue markers look the same, the green one is much lighter than it was before. This is because green color keyword actually is darker shade. Oh yeah, halfway between black and maximum value for green. Okay, they are telling that so original green color is not a green, it's a darker green. Okay, so this is the real green color. So yeah, so set the RGB value to 127. So let's reduce the intensity of the green. So we want the darker version. So you can see that's now in darker version. Okay, so yeah. Okay, now add little more vertical spaces between these. So they are telling to add a little more vertical space to the container. So use a shorten padding property to 10 pixel. Okay, let's add this space using padding property, which is 10 pixel. You can see now the pad. This is a container. The black color is a container. So the padding of left, right, top, bottom has added 10 pixel of padding, right? And similarly, they are telling us to add the margin property. Set the 10 pixel top bottom padding and set the left right padding to 0. So they are telling to left right padding to 0. So yeah, we can't visible right now because there is more spaces between them. So we have added it. This is for top and bottom. This is for left and right. Okay, so yeah. So similarly use for margin. Okay, so yeah, let's use for margin with the 10 pixel and 0, right? Let's control check. Yeah, it's right. So we have added margin too. So margin means here the margin has been applied. Okay, so in the additive RGB color model, primary colors are colors that when combined create a pure white, but for this to happen each color needs to be highest intensity. Okay, so combine the colors, you set green marker to pure green for RGB function dot to. So okay, they are telling to add the highest intensity of 255 to dot to class and set the green back to maximum of 255. Yeah, I just apply it to check it. Yeah, that's right. Okay, so now the primary RGB, it's time to combine them. So let's combine them. So okay, so the RGB function in the dot container set the red, green, blue values to max. Okay, let's add it. So 255. The maximum of all three values means we know that it's a pure white color. Yeah, so you can't just see because the default background color of a browser is white, right? So yeah, let's move on. It's right. Okay, secondary colors are the colors you can get combined primary colors. You might have noticed some secondary colors in the last steps as you change the red, green, blue values, right? So create the first secondary color yellow, update the RGB function one to combine pure red, green. Okay, so they telling us to create a combined function. Okay, right? Secondary colors. To create the first secondary color yellow, update the RGB function to combine pure red, green. Red, green. So if you want a pure color, a different color, so you can see right now combining these secondary colors makes a new color, right? So this is a yellowish color, right? Yeah. Okay, to create the next secondary color cyan, update the RGB function dot to combine green and blue. Green and blue. So you can see we want the color cyan, right? So wait, I put this cyan. So you can see this is the color of cyan. But instead of writing this word, using RGB is most effective, right? So because it helps the browsers to run the code quickly. So yeah, you can see this is also cyan. So we can write in both the ways, but RGB is most preferred. Okay, so yeah. So to create the final secondary color magna, update the RGB function .3 to combine pure blue and pure red. Blue and red. Okay, so just telling this to add red and blue. Okay, you can see now we can see the pink color, right? So yeah. So that's all for now. So we have completed 30 till 30 exercises, right? So tomorrow onwards, let's move on to this 31 exercise and further exercise. Okay, so right now we see completed this 31. So yeah, so if you like the video, just like it. If you want to subscribe, if you want to join with me, just subscribe to my channel and you can see this video. So watch this video next, so you can just come along with the flow of my channel. Okay, so enjoy coding, happy coding. See you in the next video.